Hey there, it's Jenny from Southern Savers. Glad to have all of you join me. It's our Monday night Q&A. So you get to ask any questions that you have about saving money and couponing and getting better or just frustrations, whatever it may be. And then I always come with a topic too. So tonight's topic is organizing coupons and some time management, kind of getting quicker, just tips that you learn through all the years of couponing. So we're going to go there, but if you have questions, just enter them straight in the comments below the video on Facebook or in the chat on YouTube. You can watch this in both places. The video is also up on Southern Savers. So if something happens and I drop off in one place, I'm always on the other spot too. It makes it kind of fun, but it's really to try to reach everybody. Leave your questions in the comments. Hey to Aaron and Anna. I love having folks that join us every week too. I feel like some of you, we become friends because every week we chat and answer questions and help each other out. So that's the fun part of a Q&A, is getting your questions answered, but also learning from other people with whatever their questions are. So feel free to stick those in the comments as we go along. As we get started, we're going to start with organization. It's fun to see where everybody's from, so thanks for chiming that in too. That's always cool. So hello from Louisiana as well. I haven't been there in a very long time. As we get started, I want to share what I do, which is the lowest level of time required and also the lowest level of organization. And I think it's really where a lot of people need to get started as they get into couponing. So if any of you are getting started or you see someone with a binder in a store, I'm not a binder person. Just so you know, that will never be me. And I am so glad. I know some of you were saying it was fun to see me on the news last week. I'm so glad that NBC didn't say, hey, we really want you to have a binder, because you guys would have all known, like, that's not Jenny. I haven't had a binder in a really long time. I'll show you my original binder. I still carry it around when I teach workshops. This is it. I wanted one. I spent a whole weekend moving into this. It takes a while to keep up with. And if you could see all the coupons in here, see, most of them expired in 2009. It's been a long time. They're just here for display now. Reason to not necessarily do this. So Rachel's chiming in and saying, I've been a binder girl for 7 years, and I don't want to shoot anyone in the foot that loves their binder. But to be honest, for most people, Rachel, you're kind of a special person. Most people, this kills them. You move into a binder, you want to do it, but the time that this takes is just impossible. You can't do it. For most people, and to give you a reason why, this past Sunday, 4 inserts in Sunday's paper, 4 of these guys. This is going to take you almost 2 hours to cut all of these and get them in here. And most of us don't have that time. So for me, I'm going to leave these sitting on a shelf, or this is what happened when I had a binder. I'm like, you know what, I don't have time this week, and so they sat there, and then next week's inserts came and they sat there, and I never got around to it. And so now I need 3 hours and 4 hours. I'm done. I can't get caught back up. You're out of a binder. So this isn't where I encourage most people to start. This is really where you want to go if you find that all the other systems just aren't enough for you. You just need to be in a binder. But most of us are going to be content in another system, and we're going to save plenty of money in other ways to organize without the time required to be here. So just to kind of go there from the start, this is an option, but it's a lot of work. And so Connie's saying, I was a binder girl, and now I'm an accordion folder or a manila envelope in the car. And that's where I want to go next. So I was a binder girl. It's actually not necessarily where I started, but it's about, I wanted to try it as I was going through. So I actually started couponing in 2006, and this is really what I started couponing in. I did switch from an accordion into a binder just to kind of do it back in 2008, 2009, but I didn't stay there long. So this is what I push most people to. This is an accordion file folder, You can find these in Walmart, Office Depot, Staples, it doesn't matter. They're like $3 and they eventually fall apart. So you get another one, but it costs $3. So accordion file wise, you've probably seen these before, but they just have lots of pockets. And all we're gonna do is take the inserts that came in Sunday's paper and keep them whole. So all of these guys from this past Sunday are gonna go in the same pocket together in your accordion file. And notice I don't even tab them. There's no point in wasting time labeling the tabs, because what you're gonna do is come in, find the oldest one that's in here once you've been doing it a while, pull out the oldest week that's in here and put this week's in its spot. So every week you're gonna get rid of one and you're gonna put one in. An accordion file usually has about 12 pockets, so there we'll span it out so you can see it all. Has 12 pockets. That'll hold about 3 months worth of inserts, which is perfect. That's about when they all expire. So it's the perfect time to pull them out. So why do I do this? Because now when I print my shopping list, so here we go, this is my Publix list from last week. When I print my shopping list, and my shopping list tells me to cut a Reynolds slow cooker liners from the RP 108. And I don't know, it'll still be backwards, so I could hold it up, but you guys, you can see all the coupons there. And these are on the lists on Southern Savers. So this is at southernsavers.com/Publix, you know, whatever store it is that you're there. Well, my list tells me to cut that coupon. Then I'm gonna come in here, I'm gonna find January 8th, 1/8. I'm gonna pull out the red plum, because that's what it said was the RP. So pull out that red plum, and these aren't hard. They have their names really huge on the front. So this is the red plum from this past week. Pull out that insert and cut that coupon. So I only sit down and cut these guys when I'm headed to the store, when it shows up on my shopping list. I'm not gonna sit down and bother with them until I want them, but I have them. And that's kind of a key point to saving money, because some folks, they just want to cut a few. They just want to look through here and say, oh, buy two, get one free DiGiorno. I'll use that one. And then you want to cherry pick and cut a few others. That's not going to work. To save the most money, I need you to keep every single coupon that came in here, which is crazy. Because when you're first thinking about getting started, it's like, you know what? I am not going to buy whatever. I'm looking for something random. One that we grabbed when I first got started was Bald Men's Head Wipes. My husband is not bald. He has no desire to ever be bald. Most men don't. I may not have any plans to buy it, but if it became free or even a moneymaker, I will buy it. I will donate it, especially if you're going to pay me to buy it. So I want to hold on to all of them, even things you may not have. You don't have a cat. Just hold on. It doesn't hurt you. That's the joy of the accordion file folder. The joy of keeping these guys whole is that I cut it if I need it, but if I don't need it, it just sits there. And then when I clean them out, I'm done. It didn't bother me. It didn't take any time from me. But if a deal came up, I had it. If it didn't, I just move on when it's time to clear out that spot. So again, the accordion file, you're going to take everything that came in Sunday's insert, which this past Sunday, if you didn't get yesterday's paper, you want to get yesterday's paper. We had a lot of coupons in yesterday's paper. So I'm going to take all the inserts from yesterday's paper. I'm going to write the date really huge on the front. So my Sharpie marker and I were friends. If you skip that step, just so you know, it's on there. It's just really, really tiny on the spine. You can see the words right there. So really tiny on the spine of those inserts is the date, but I want to write the date big just so I don't have to deal with what was that, staring at it, getting out a magnifying glass. On that note, just a tip for some of you guys that get free papers in your driveway in the middle of the week, like the Atlanta Evening Edge, or I know Somerville, South Carolina gets one on Thursday evenings. Just they're different based on where you live. If you get that little free paper thrown in your driveway and it has coupons in it, you may not have realized it. You're driving over them and letting it, slowly disintegrate in your driveway. You should probably open that up. It has coupons in it. So if yours has coupons in it, look at the dates, because those dates are always Sunday dates. Just because you got them on a Thursday does not mean they're a Thursday date. So always a Sunday date. And then plug in whatever that is. Sometimes it's a Sunday coming up, and sometimes it's a Sunday in the past. But put on that Sunday date and then file them with your Sunday insert. So that's how the accordion system is going to work. Let's see. I just want to make sure I'm caught up on all the questions. How do I get my printables in order if I don't use them right away? So Yvonne, that's a good question. So with the accordion system, to have printables, to have the coupons that we grabbed in the store, all those loose coupons, I have to have something to hold my loose coupons. So most people would just use a normal coupon folder. This is a coupon, a little coupon file that you would grab in the store. This one just has the top cut off. Most people would use one of these for just the few coupons that they come across. And if you look in this is mine. It's one of mine. It's actually incredibly empty, so giving you that inside look there. These are just the coupons that I printed early, or just the ones that I found in the store, because all of my coupons are really in this guy. So I don't need anything massive here. I'm not cutting from these until I'm headed to the store. It's just what I printed early, but I could, if I wanted to, I could take this into the store. And just to show you actually what I do, because this is just one piece of it, I actually have 3 of those with their tops cut off in this bag. So I have a lot of categories. You can go with just one. If you choose one, you're gonna have big sections of the store, like dry goods, refrigerated, frozen. If you go with more, so this again is 3 of those coupon folders with their tops permanently cut off, and they're in an insulated lunch bag from Staples. So it's really easy to use. With more of them, then I can have more categories. So I don't have just, dry goods all together. I can have condiments and baking goods and breakfast. And it's just whatever makes your boat happy. Most of those categories have 1 or 2 coupons in them, though, because it's just the loose things that I found in the store or I printed early. And Amber's chiming in with her tip, which is a great idea too. So she has 2 of them, 1 for food and 1 for not food. And that's kind of how these flow into, if I'll pull them out just to show you. So one of these is all food categories, baking, condiments, dairy, veggies, snacks. And then the second one is all not food. So baby, pet, dental, cleaning, shaving, soap, etc. And you can come up with your own categories there. The third one, and someone made these for me. It was a very sweet gift. The third one is all the stores. So if I'm bringing this bag in and I'm getting ready to go into Publix, then all my coupons for that store will be right behind it. So I've got some coupons set and ready for Rite Aid or whatever I was going to do this week. That's where they're going to live, or they're going to live in a Ziploc bag. I'm pretty low key. So you can use this system, however. So I'm pointing this out and I'm saying this is what I use along with the accordion, but there's nothing in it. So that said, some people use this kind of system for everything. Some people, you know who you are, even my binder people, you love to have your coupons with you. They just like make you happy. So in this sense, that's what this is. You could cut every single coupon from these and you could put them in here and still take them to the store. So to cut all those coupons in Sunday's paper, it's going to take about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how many coupons were in Sunday's paper. And then you're going to file them by category. It's still less time, trying to keep all of these guys straight, to use that big bag is still less time than going here. So again, to go with this system, you're still looking at a good hour and a half to 2 hours on a big Sunday to get them all in here. And guess what? Just to give you one more reason to not go here, you got them all in this past Sunday, but you really don't want to think about all the ones that are going to expire at the end of the month because you got to take them all out. That's the other problem with cutting, not because you need them, but because you just want to have them all with you. So you have to keep them all organized, but I also have to keep them all cleaned out, and that's just a hard one. So to chime in on Rachel. So Rachel's saying, I don't want to miss a good clearance deal. And that is the con to using the accordion system, is that I don't have them with me. I am not about to take a whole bunch of uncut inserts into the store. I take 5 kids into the store. This would make me lose my mind if the kids didn't already do that. Not going there. So with the accordion system, if I run into a deal that I didn't know about, it wasn't on my shopping list, keep in mind, if you give me a day, you've got an unadvertised list and a regular list for most of the big stores on Southern Savers, but you didn't know about it. It just was a clearance deal in your store that you had no heads up on. You've got 2 options. Most stores, and you've got to ask your store, this isn't store policy, but most stores will allow you to come back and use that coupon after you buy it. So ask your store, and this is what I do. So all I need to do is grab the item. My store is okay with it. I come back in and say, you know what? Hey, I grabbed DiGiorno pizza the last time I was in here, and I didn't have this coupon, but I have it now. I hand them the receipt, and they take the coupon. So I don't actually miss the deal at all. I just use the coupon the next time I come in. That works for me because I didn't have to spend 2 hours getting all the coupons organized. I still got the deal. I didn't miss out on it at all. So that's option 1. Option 2 is that you would just write on your shopping list what you want to grab the next time you come back in. Make little notes to yourself and then grab those coupons and grab it the next time it comes in. So you've got 2 options. Option 2, you're going to risk that it's gone. If this is a clearance deal, yes, it would be sold out. Now, one more thing to my clearance people who are gung-ho crazy. Just because it's on clearance today doesn't mean that it's not going to go on sale in a few more weeks for a pretty good price. So it's not the last sale ever on something just because you ran into cereal for $1.50 a box on clearance. I'm going to see cereal on sale for $1.50 a box, and I'll just use my coupons later when I knew about it. So that's kind of another thing to throw out there as well. Don't have to have a binder, but I do know that it makes some of you very happy. So I am not against them. We could probably have a whole Q&A that was a binder testimonial time because I know some of you just love them so much. But it's not always the way that it's going to work for everybody that's out there. So most of us are going to be much happier with my shopping list told me to use it, so I went and I cut it and I was done. In terms of this option and the accordion system, just to give you a time frame, because I told you, to use the binder is going to take a couple hours. If you cut them all and you put them all in a bag, this is going to take a good 45 minutes. So using the accordion system, not cutting a thing, it's going to take you about 3 seconds to organize your coupons on Sunday. That's pretty fun. But to get ready for a trip, I'm going to take about 45 minutes. So I'm going to make my shopping list. I am going to then do everything my shopping list tells me to do. And then you guys can see the numbers that I've written off to the side. As I cut coupons, that's me coming through and saying, oh, I have, this coupon was for $1 off 2. I'm going to buy 2 of them. Now, this particular trip was really low numbers. Actually, you'll notice a lot of them are 2s and 1s. But what I was trying to do here was just get all the items that had like Ibotta's and Checkout 51s. And most of those are always a limit of 1. So I wasn't really trying to get any more. I just wanted to get things that were 20 cents and 30 cents just to kind of have some fun. If I am going to go big, it happens. This is baby food. It was 50 cents a pack. Or over here, I got 10 because that's what lined up with the coupons. So I'm using a store 3 off 10. That's going to decide right there how many I have to buy. So I'm going to always tell myself off to the side how many I need to buy. So when I'm in the store, I'm not going back through my coupons. My coupons are in their little Ziploc bag or they're in their little Publix spot in my other bag. I don't have to think about it. Then I'm going to come in. I'm just going to follow the list and grab whatever the list tells me to grab. Okay, let's jump to some questions. So Tiffany Lynn saying, I went to do the CVS Crest mouthwash with scope deal. Buy one, get one, 4 extra care bucks back. Let's see. And I wanted to use the Crest mouthwash $1 off, and I was told I was misusing the coupon. So Tiffany, if that scope should have had the word Crest on it. Scope's a brand of Crest. Now, if the coupon beeped, if that coupon was for Crest Pro Health or a specific other mouthwash that wasn't just Crest mouthwash, then I could see that. But if it just says Crest mouthwash, you're good. That Scope is a Crest brand. There is a 50-cent coupon that is specifically for Scope if you wanted to use that one instead. But the $1 off makes for free. So that's the route that I would go, as long as it doesn't specifically say Crest Pro Health or something like that. Let's see. So Debbie says, the problem is I have is not knowing if I've already used the coupon already. Oh, it keeps jumping up and down. Where'd you go, Debbie? Oh, well, I lost you. So I kind of get the idea of what your question was, though. You've already cut the coupon. How do I remember when I go back to grab it again that the coupon is there or isn't there? And that is a tricky one. I don't have a way for you to keep this running tally of coupons. It's more just going to be for you to remember as you grab things. It does help that some of these expire pretty quickly. So like our Unilevers, for example, that just came out this weekend, they're only good for a month. So by the time it pops back into your list, you're probably going to still remember those. It's the ones for me, Debbie, and I think we all have this issue, that are good for months on end, like the Mahatma rice that might be good for 4 months, or the Del Monte vegetables. I can't tell you how many times the last time we got that Del Monte canned vegetable coupon, I kept trying to go back and look for them. So that's the one downside to an accordion system. But to me, those moments are few and far between that I'm going back and trying to refine those coupons. It's only a few of them that have such long expiration dates that they cause issues, I guess, in my mind with that. And one thing just to point out on, let's see, I'm trying to unpin your comment now. I can't unpin you. One thing to point out on using inserts as well, if you haven't already, is that you can, on Southern Savers, set your profile to actually have what your newspaper is. So this was the #1 complaint with the accordion system when people first got started using it years ago. Southern Savers turns 9 this year. I was discussing that with someone earlier this weekend. So been around for a while and kind of know all the frustrations with this system. And the biggest one that used to be there was that I would tell you to go and find mac cheese and it wasn't in there, and you would look through it 90 billion times and there's no mac cheese in there. So with this, that problem is solved if you log into Southern Savers. So log in at the very top of the site, and you will see, once you've logged in, you'll see your name in the top right-hand corner, and you can go hover over your name. You can click on Edit Profile. And if you edit your profile, you can select what stores you use and what paper you get. So if I get my red plums out of the Columbia, South Carolina paper, or I have my other ones that came in the mail today, every Monday. So I get my inserts from an online place. So these are my 4 sets of inserts. My red plums from here all come from Atlanta normally. These guys are actually from Dallas, Fort Worth. So I can plug in whatever the city is, and I will know on my shopping list that I did or I didn't have that coupon because I plugged in the paper that they came from, and that's awesome. So the shopping list tailors itself to you based on whatever you've put in your profile, so do that. It's a huge help for you. When we first created the login, people got all hot and bothered because they thought I was going to, I don't know, remember what they bought. I don't care what you bought. I don't remember it. I don't have the data space to save what you bought, I promise. We have to clear out all our data. So you'll actually notice that your shopping lists, they don't stay there for years on end. If you make a ton of shopping lists, they will slowly start to disappear. I think at like the 4-month mark. It did make somebody mad one time, but I don't really know why you need a shopping list from 4 months ago, and I don't have the data space to hold on to it. So I don't save it. It's just there so that you can have your inserts matched in with your shopping list for where you live. So do that. It's a huge time saver for you. Please do that. So Diana's asking, how do I store my rain checks? So Diana, if I've got any, they're gonna go in those store-specific pockets that are back here in this back one. So if you've got enough space or you do 2 or 3 of these, that's where I stick mine. So my Publix rain checks or my Rite Aid rain checks are gonna all live right there in the folder for that store. Would be the easy one to do. And Samantha, I order my inserts from SundayCouponInserts.com. There are a number of places that do this, and I actually did a video on it. If you look on the Facebook video page, there we go. My husband stuck in the link for you. Very helpful. So SundayCouponInserts.com. There, again, are a number of places that do this. It's just the one I use. So you can pick or choose from where you want to go. And you don't have to do that. I just do it so that first I don't have to run around town to get multiple sets of papers, because I do get 4 sets of inserts, meaning we got 4 inserts in yesterday's paper. That means my order, I have 16 here. I have 4 of each of the 4 inserts that came. And you don't need that many unless you have a big family, but I got 7 people that we're shopping for, so we could use that many. And it's really up to you. I would recommend most people start with 2, so please don't go crazy. Most folks need 2 inserts, and then you got a whole bunch that you can print. So we'll get to the printable side too. Sorry, I didn't mean to stick my hand in y'all's face. Okay. I think we're caught up. Let's see. Michelle, oh, I can't unpin anybody. We'll jump over here. Lisa says, the system is still having problems with the New Year coupons. I was at Target and it would only take 1 Vaseline coupon and not 2. And they say they're not pushing them through, so no gift cards. Sometimes if you're ever in a store and a coupon that's from the Sunday paper doesn't work, it can get very frustrating. These actually they should push through in my opinion, because I don't think you can be not legit here. You didn't make copies of it. But it is their policy, Lisa, especially at Target, that they won't push through anything. If a brand codes it wrong, it's really never going to work. It's that somebody in the graphic design program didn't really know what they were doing when they built the barcode. One brand in particular, Lisa, that always gives me quirks is Dixie Crystal Sugar. I have never had a Dixie Crystal Sugar coupon from the Sunday paper actually work at the register. So it's just kind of learning that some brands really struggle when they build their barcodes, period, in the store. So one person was asking, what's my splurge item or one thing that we splurge on? I don't actually have one in the grocery store. I don't know. I guess if I were to see like buy one, get one fresh mozzarella cheese, still buy one, get one. So I guess it's not really a splurge, but I would rarely have a coupon for that, and I would always buy it. A caprice or caprese, however you want to say it, that is my like week moment, and I will gladly buy that cheese anytime it's on sale, coupon or not. So if you just wanted a little inside tip. So Chris, I was actually reading my husband this article tonight, and was planning on filling you guys in. So the Rite Aid news of Rite Aid Walgreens merger, more news came out today. Walgreens is changing their initial offer for Rite Aid because they didn't think that it would get accepted through the FTC. So the new offer is not only are they paying less for Rite Aid, bummer for Rite Aid, but they're planning on closing about 1,200 stores. And originally they were already going to sell over 900 Rite Aid stores to Fred's, Fred's Pharmacy. There is no telling in that new paperwork if they're going to sell any more stores to Fred's, but of the 1,200 stores they plan to close, 900 of them won't permanently close. They will just become a Fred's, which is a good thing versus all that wasted retail space that's going to sit there empty. It's not so great for all of our property values and whatnot. But that is the current plan with a date, a new target end date of July. So if you're holding out and you're worried about what's going to happen to your Rite Aid, you got 7 more months to worry about it. It's going to be a while until that kicks in. So Lee says, my problem is that I might need something that's not on your list and I have the coupon, but I can't locate it without looking through all the inserts. So Lee, this is where the database should come in handy for you. The coupon database on Southern Savers is on the mobile phone, so it's in the mobile app. It's also on the site, and it would be for you to just pop in and say, you know what, I'm looking for Nabisco crackers or something like that, to where you could type that in and find where that coupon is. We are starting to work on a new part of the shopping list, which would be below, like right now where you normally have your box to add or to save your shopping list. It will be a place where you can start to add things to your shopping list and coupon them. Right now on your shopping list, you can add anything you want with the little plus greens on the actual shopping list side, but you can't coupon it. So you're going to have your own ability. The hard part is that what I use to coupon, I kind of know it's all in my head. So it's making it in a manner that anybody could figure out. Takes a little bit of time. So we're getting there. But for right now, Lee, I would just use the database to help you spot those coupons and find them quickly. Okay. So Maureen is asking, do I do the $10 challenge at CVS, Rite Aid, or Walgreens? So Maureen, the $10 challenge that I would recommend, I think that's what you're referring to, is the gift card challenge that I kind of try to get folks to do, and that is when you're first getting started, that you buy a CVS $10 gift card. You could do it in the other drugstores, Maureen, but CVS is a lot easier to do it in. So you buy the gift card, and then you see how close can I get my transactions to stay so that I am only paying $1 or $1.50. So in the end, I'm paying with this $10 gift card. How many weeks can I get $10 to last at CVS? And it's a fun game. It's a fun way to see how great can I get at what I'm doing if I really, really work on those transactions. And by the time you finish playing the game, you're going to be really good at CVS. But it helps you to figure that out as you're getting started, because that's the hard part when you're first getting started is, well, what do I buy now? And then what do I buy next? And how do I organize that? So if you're first getting started, you buy one thing and you go home and you don't do anything crazy. But once you've done this for a few weeks, you're kind of ready to start doing multiple transactions. And that's when I would push you to start grabbing that gift card and seeing how good you can get. Okay. And you know what? I can't even remember who had the problem now. I think it was Debbie. So one other option, Debbie, if you're frustrated with not remembering whether you used a coupon or not, just to throw this out there, is to print out from Southern Savers the regional variations list for your city. And if you click on, at the top of the site, if you click on Sunday Ads, which is the blue button on the right-hand side, right above current deals. So you click on Sunday Ads, you'll see the regional coupon variation list for each week. And that regional variation list for each week, we'll stick it in the comments here in a second, you could print out the one for your city and you could keep them. I don't do this. It's a little bit more time consuming than I want it to be, but a lot of people do. So kind of made me remember. You could print it out and you could stick it in with that week's set of inserts. So I could have 1/8 right there with the regional list for 1/8 for my city. And then when I use that coupon, I just either Sharpie it out or whatever, it's gone. It's off the list for you. So that would be kind of your running list. Those regional lists already are there. They're in PDFs. They're perfect for you to print, and they're sent in by volunteers. So they would love it if you would use their list, but that's a great way to do it. That regional list also will show you may not like it in one sense because it's going to show you all the coupons that weren't in your insert. Those are ones that I'm hiding off of your shopping list when you log in. So once you log in, those are gone. You'll never accidentally be told to go and find it. It wasn't in your shopping list in the first place. But that regional printout is going to show you what you're missing. So that's an option of how to keep up with the regional insert. So Debbie, if you're on mobile, you won't see Sunday ads. The Sunday ads blue button is on the desktop site, so you might want to try if you're on your computer the next time, but on the mobile site, that option is hidden. Those regional lists go up every Wednesday afternoon for what was in last week's paper. We give them a few days since they're volunteers to send that in before we post it all, but I would print those out and at least try it. That might be at least an option to try to see if that helps you keep up with anything. Kelly asks, do I have a Word doc or anything of store coupon policies on the site? I'm new in learning and it's hard to find all the store policies and who takes coupons. So yes, Kelly, and that actually makes me ponder. I haven't updated it recently, but if you click on Learn to Coupon, I'll make this my homework for you, and I'll update it tonight. If you click on the Learn to Coupon tab on the desktop site, Kelly, this again is hidden on the mobile site, but on the desktop site, one of the options at the top is Store Policies, right next to Learn to Coupon. When you click on Store Policies, you'll actually see a grid of every store and their corporate policy and a link to their official corporate policy. So it's going to tell you whether or not they double and whatnot. So that's where I just realized I haven't updated Publix, who no longer doubles in most areas. So it'll be my homework. I will get it updated for you by tomorrow. It's good to set deadlines, so thanks for reminding me to do that. Erin, off-topic question. I have no kids, however, some of the baby lotion I love to use. How does one save on that without buying all the diaper deals? So Erin, it depends on, if you're just wanting Johnson & Johnson baby lotion without diaper deals, I would just wait for the sales. I know recently Publix has had it at $2.99. We've had a $1 off coupon, makes it $1.99 versus the $4.99 regular price. If you like the Cetaphils and the Aquaphors, that stuff's already pretty expensive. I might actually head on those brands to Walmart or Target and wait until they're part of gift card deals. Well, not Walmart. They don't run gift card deals, but Target. So when Target runs a baby deal, they'll stick Eucerin and Aquaphor and whatnot all in its own little section, and you'd still get the gift card deal and just stock up on those items that you needed. Johnson & Johnson, I probably wouldn't buy the diaper deals. I would just wait for the sale and use the coupon on the Johnson & Johnson items. Let's see. Maureen asks, okay, is asking about the extra care bucks and rolling extra care bucks, paying $10 with each transaction. So Maureen, yeah, I don't quite understand, I guess, the way you're writing it, but I do roll my CVS deals, not always aiming for a $10 mark. So that's kind of what I think your question is, and this is a YouTube question just for all the folks on Facebook looking for this question. I always would roll extra care buck deals. This means, like an example this week, there's a very fun deal using our fun pizza coupon to this guy. You just got it in the paper. Head into CVS, buy 6 DiGiorno pizzas, use 2 of these coupons. You're going to end up getting 6 pizzas for $10 after rewards. You get that $10 reward, turn around and use that to buy a really great price on Tide and Pantene. You're going to end up paying $1 for the Tide and the Pantene after the $10 reward from the DiGiorno and after all the coupons. And then you're going to get another reward back. So I am all for rolling those rewards, but not always at the I always owe $10. So it's kind of going to depend on what extra care bucks you end up with in the end. That Tide Pantene deal, you're actually going to end up with a $5 extra care buck. So you're going to pay with your DiGiorno, you're going to owe $1, you're going to get $5 in extra care bucks back. So my next transaction, I don't have $10. I'm going to work on what I've got. So hopefully that answers your question. Barbara, do any stores still double coupons? Yes, they do. It just depends on where you are. In the Southeast, Lowe's Foods, Harris Teeter, Bilo, Ingles, Harvey's. I think that's the majority of it all. But there's a lot of them that do still double. Publix and Kroger do not. Those are kind of the big guys that in the last 3 or 4 years have dropped off. Karen, I don't list any Ohio papers to choose under the profile. What should I choose? So what I might do, Karen, for you, With the papers that we do list, it's based on who volunteers to send them in. So we don't have anyone in Ohio currently volunteering. But what I might do is pull the regional variation lists that went up for last week. So again, if you head to the desktop site and you click on Sunday ads on the right-hand sidebar, the blue button that says Sunday ads, you'll get to last week's regional variation list. Or there we go. My husband just put in the link for you, Karen. So if you click on that, pull up last week's regional lists and look at them and compare them to your inserts. While there are differences all over the country, odds are your inserts line up with some other city that's really already covered. So you're going to have to kind of do that homework yourself. Just look at those lists and see what paper you're kind of lining up with based on what you did or didn't get, and then you would know who to select. And I mean, in all honesty, they don't have 9 million different variations of this insert. They probably have about 30 for the entire country. And we cover 37 stores in the database. So you get kind of the drift of where I'm going. I don't know all of the stores that line up with each one of them, but odds are you're going to find a city that's already in there that matches pretty closely to what you already have, if not perfectly. Michelle asks, what food saver sealer system do I recommend and the price range? I have had so many people email me this in the last week. I guess because we talked meat and produce last week. Honestly, with the food savers, I am happy with the entire brand. We have 2 different ones at our house. It's kind of a long story, but we do. They're both a little different. They both work just fine. I don't know that you need all the bells and whistles. One of ours has something for a marinator. We have never used any of those features. I just need it to seal the bag. So if that's where you're going, I would go for the low-end model. The best deals right now, I don't think we have a manufacturer's coupon for it. Let me check the database before I tell you a lie, but I'm pretty sure we don't. So the best deal, oh, we do. I take it all back. There is a $10 off coupon for the food saver in the database. So start there, grab that $10 off coupon and grab the 20% off Bed Bath & Beyond coupon and pair them together. That's the best price you're gonna get. So head to your local Bed Bath & Beyond, use that $10 off any $69 or plus unit first, and then use your 20% off Bed Bath & Beyond coupon. And once you pair those two together, you're going to have probably the best price you can get on the lower end model, hands down. So that's where I would push you, or to pair those together. And that's in the database, food saver being 2 words as you search into the coupon database. It's the top coupon. Okay. DiGiorno at CVS is 2 for $10, and one rang up for $6 and something, and the other rang up for $3 something. So the free coupon last time took off the $3 ones. So it came out more than anticipated. Not sure if it was regional or an error. So was that this week, Amber, that you did this? Or was this the last time? That is strange that that's how it would ring up. Because it says in the ad it's 2 for $10 or 1 for I think like $6.69. That it wouldn't have them both at $5 makes absolutely no sense. If that's what it's doing this week, then yes, it's not going to come out to that great of a deal. I will tell you my plan was to get a rain check because I wasn't going to get to CVS before Wednesday, and no CVS carries 40 DiGiorno pizzas. So it's not a deal that everybody's going to be able to get because your CVS probably only has 7 in stock. So the first person to get there is going to get them. If it is happening for folks, though, please let me know. That's a good thing for me to be able to share with other people. Diana says, I heard CVS was testing going to a 2-week circular instead of a weekly one. Is this something that they're rolling out soon? Nothing that I've heard from corporate on that at all, Diana. I know they tested a few years ago, going to shorter ads in some markets and longer ads in others and piloting various things around the country. But from what I've heard right now at corporate is they're not piloting anything. And I don't really expect them to. So to kind of put in CVS's world where they probably are sitting right now. We already talked the Walgreens Rite Aid merger. When Walgreens and Rite Aid merge, it's going to make them bigger than CVS, who is currently the biggest. So CVS is probably just sitting over here trying to figure out how do we stay big in a world where somebody is about to be bigger than us. I don't see them messing with the status quo much at all. Does the coupon machine at CVS print out different coupons for different people? Every time there's one that's supposed to print on my weekly list, I don't get it. So Stephanie, to save you that frustration, go to cvs.com and log in and link your card in with cvs.com, or use the CVS app and link in your card. You'll actually earn 5 extra care bucks if you've never done that before this week. So that's kind of fun, just a free $5. So go to download the CVS app and link in your card. And when you do that, you're going to see every coupon that is set in your account that is supposed to print at the coupon center. And you won't ever really be surprised as to whether or not it is or isn't printing for you. So an example right now is that some folks are getting the $2 off Suave or Tresemme purchase $8 or more. And we got Suave coupons in the paper yesterday. It makes for Suave hair care being like 27 cents a piece. But if I don't have that $2 off coupon, it's really not as great. So all I have to do before I even decide if I'm going to go to CVS, before you even pull coupons, really here, Stephanie, is log in and see, is it in my CVS account or is it not? Because if it's not there, it is not going to print. And that's going to save you a lot of time. So for me, I'm logging in right now while we chat about it. And I can quickly see all the coupons that are there for me. I have no $2 off 8 Suave or Tresemme. Like, that deal isn't going to exist for me. That coupon is not going to print for me. So that's what I would recommend that you do as well, just to save the frustration. Aaron says, the app doesn't seem to have nearly as many coupons as it once did, but if I log in on my PC, there are tons. Any ideas, or is this a unicorn thing? Aaron, I've also noticed that same thing. So I logged into the app earlier today, and I probably had about 4 to select, and logging in right now to answer Stephanie's questions, I have 9. So it might just become a habit that we need to all get into, that we log into the CVS website before we go shopping, load all of these, send a card, that's what I'm doing anyway, and have them all saved. Right now for me, so Stephanie's saying I log in and I never get any of the good ones. I will tell you, I currently, in my account, 3, 6, I can't count that fast. I have 13 CVS coupons set to my account. So it does differ for every single person. That's a lot of CVS coupons. I know most people do not get that many. So what I've noticed is the more you shop, the more coupons I tend to get. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. If you're brand new, that you're not getting a lot, maybe they'll start to give you more. But that's one option to keep trying and hoping that you get some more. So Anna's asking about deals on printers. It is not on sale right now, Anna. What the cheaper non-wireless version was on sale last week at Staples and Office Depot. The wireless version has been, I'm checking really quick, it has been, oh good. Amber, I'm glad I'm not alone. I feel kind of bad in sharing like that I have this many. I'm glad that you have some too, so I don't feel like I'm off in my own weird land with happy CVS coupons. So let me check this Brother printer. If you want the wireless, that's the 2370, and it has been on sale on Amazon. Let's see, it's not wanting to pull up with that number, but I know that's its number. It is not on sale right now anywhere. So I would hold off. My guess would be probably next week. They tend to put the non-wireless on sale, and then 2 weeks later, the wireless pops in. So next week, look for that one, Anna. Not on sale anywhere right now for either the non-wireless or the wireless. Okay. Let's see. And one tip that Tanae's sharing on the YouTube side is that she hole punches her inserts. So you could do that too in terms of keeping them all together. I would be afraid I would stick it right through a barcode. You're braver than I am, but you could do that. I've also seen folks put them in sheet protectors so that they still have them all and they keep them in a 3-ring binder. I mean, it's really what works for you. This option, though, of keeping them whole is going to save you so much time on that you're going to be a much happier person. Before I run out of time, and I'll get to your question, Stacy, in just a second on the paper towels, but I had a list of things to make sure we got through today. I was trying to be organized for you guys. Since we're talking about organization, I might as well try. We've talked about how to organize them and the ones to deal with if they're loose, but also one tip. And that is, when it's time to pull them out of the binder, they've been in there for 3 months, how do you quickly know what is good and what's bad? Because I'm pulling out everything that was in that insert, or everything that was from that week, really. So it's going to be a couple inserts. I'm pulling it all out. How do I quickly tell whether or not all of these are expired or not? So a quick tip, if you've never used the database for this is a fun little inside tip for the Southern Savers coupon database. But go to the database and put in the name of the insert. So in my world, that insert's name is SS and 1/08 or RP and 11/15, like being the backslash. So put in the name of that insert, and the database is going to tell you everything that is still good in the insert if it shows you nothing. So I always have to pull up a calendar to have any clue as to what was 3 months ago. But 3 months ago would be like 11/6. So let's try RP 11/6. If it shows me nothing on 11, always a 2-digit day. So RP 11/06, it shows me 4 coupons. That's it. That is all that is still good in that insert today. RP 11/06. Thank you, husband. And even there, it shows me that all 4 of those coupons expire this week. So come at the end of this week, that entire insert, nothing's going to show up for it anymore. So if you type in that date, RP 11/06, nothing shows up, SS 11/06, then you know that entire insert has expired. It's just a very fast way to move through an entire insert and move on. With an expired inserts, just a plug, you can send your expired insert coupons, not your printables, but your expired insert coupons overseas to the troops. So Google coupons for the troops. There's a ton of resources out there, but you stick them all in a flat rate priority mailer, what my inserts come to me in. Stick them all in one of these. It's $7.50. And you can ship them overseas. It's just like you shipped them to U.S. soil. They don't charge you anymore. And they can use them up to 6 months past their expiration date in their commissaries and their PXs. You're not sending them to war zones. These are not going to Afghanistan. These are going to go to like Japan and Italy, where they have commissaries and PXs, but it's a good way for you to be able to give back. You could also drop them off at local like DFW posts and veteran posts and libraries. There's a lot of places that collect these all over the place. And awesome, Amber. Amber says she sends a ton of them over to the military, so you can chime in and ask her questions in the comments when we're done too. And then my husband also said that I may have forgotten to answer someone's question on how to organize printables. So if that's the case, I don't print everything, by the way. I only print a few things early. Produce, high value, and brands that we'll use. And if it doesn't fit one of those 3 quick produce, high value brands we'll use, I don't print it early. But if I do, then it ends up in these pockets because it can't live in the accordion system. So it's going to live in here. So an example, I hope that some of you guys printed these, and if you haven't used them up, they expire soon. This guy, $4 off of Almay, super high value coupon, makes for all sorts of freebies or super, super cheap Almay products because a lot of them are only like $4.99 for face wash and things like that. So I print these when I see them, high value produce and things like that. They're going to get filed away. So this is in the cosmetics section. I don't really have to think about it, but I know I've got it when I start to get ready for the store. I know I'm going to have it too when I go to print it and I can't. And it says, you've already, you know, it's not even there. I'm like, oh, I already printed it. Let me go look in the bag, but that's how I'm going to organize it. So, Stacy, I put your question off. I'm sorry. A great price on paper towels. So, Stacy, this is where I'm going to point you to the item search that is on Southern Savers. If you've never used it, all you need to put in is what you're looking for. So I can put in paper towels and hit search, and it's going to show me every deal on paper towels this week. So in terms of the best prices on paper towels, we've got a lot, obviously. They're on sale all the time. I would probably point you to the drugstores. That's my go-to place. CVS has Brawny paper towels are $2.88 after an app coupon and a manufacturer. That probably wins for a 6-roll pack of Brawny. Kroger has Brawny, same 6-roll pack for $4.25. I'm liking the CVS price. Yeah, hands down, CVS. Viva at Target isn't a bad price either if you're a Viva person. But do that. So I'll stick the link in the comments here to the item search, but it's on the homepage. It's also part of the mobile app. So either place, you have the item search, type in paper towels. One little inside tip, if you need toilet paper, in the grocery world, it's not called toilet paper. It's called bath tissue. So search for bath tissue or search by the brand that you may want to. Okay, let me make sure we're all good on the YouTube side. I don't want to forget you guys. Esther again is asking, vacuum sealer, do I suggest? Oh, I would stick with the Food Saver brand on the sealer, but I don't necessarily have a preference as to what that number is, what model it is. I think all the Food Savers are good. For the bags, I was actually telling my husband, I need to bookmark the bags because someone always asks what Food Saver bags we use. But this Food Saver bags I get from Amazon, and they are an off-brand, and they work great. So the Food Saver bags are like 100 feet of bags that we've not had any issues with whatsoever. I'm digging for the actual ones that we bought because there are a lot of off-brands on Amazon. Here we go. It's $15.99 right now. So we will stick that in the comments too for everybody, just so you can see it. So those are the bags that I would recommend that you grab. So they're on Amazon off-brand. You can't even begin to touch that with the name brand Food Saver bags and rolls. So get the sealer because it's a great unit, but get the bags from somewhere else. When I clip digital coupons from Red Plum, it prints the top of the coupons on top of one another. Any suggestions? Wow. Okay, Stacey, so what I might try, a few things. Red Plum is using their own little download program. I might try to uninstall that and reinstall their system. I might also try to switch web browsers. Those are kind of the two key things to try with anything. I don't know what web browser you're already using, but that would be the one. If you're using Internet Explorer, don't. We should have all given up Internet Explorer a long time ago. So at least be using Chrome or Firefox for printing. You're going to be much happier. If you're already using Chrome and Firefox, then switching to the other one. So for me, Firefox sometimes works better than Chrome when it comes to Smart Source or other brands. So just kind of seeing if that helps and then installing that coupon printer again to see if that helps. And then sometimes, Stacey, you might end up just throwing up your hands. I had probably a year where I couldn't print Smart Source. It didn't matter what I tried. A Smart Source coupon wasn't going to come. So if you hit that moment, just know that you're not alone. There are other people that have that same frustration. And thankfully, Red Plum is a very small site when it comes to tons of offers, so you're not missing out if you do end up throwing up your hands. But hopefully those two things will help. Okay, let me make sure I look at my list and we hit everything on it. I think we're good. In terms of preparing for a trip, because I showed you guys this earlier, I do highly recommend that when you're gathering your coupons, you take the time to do these little numbers off to the side. And sometimes even filling in if it's something more specific. I'm trying to see if anything here was. If you've got something that is, like a specific flavor or something that you have to buy, writing that in too. Because the amount of time that we waste in the store going back through coupons, oh wait, what was that? How many was I supposed to get of that? Was it a certain type? Is a lot. So taking the time to just put it right on your shopping list is going to save you a ton of time in the store. Do that. Someone asked me why we didn't give you the option to do that online. Honestly, because it never fails that once I print this, I always make changes. So if I were to go through and put all those numbers in before I printed it, I'd end up changing them anyway. I'm all about getting a nice a Sharpie marker or a nice highlighter out and just having some fun with your printed piece of paper. It won't hurt you. But that's going to save you a lot of time in the end too. I need a beginner's course. This is way over my head, but I want to start learning the art of couponing. So Tammy, what I would recommend for a beginner's course is to head to our Southern Savers YouTube page. And we have a 2-hour long, you don't have to watch it all, you can watch it in bits and pieces if you want to, but a 2-hour long video that is kind of couponing 101. And I did it in a professional, like green screen. It's kind of a fun video, but I would watch that, and I'll stick it in the comments here in a minute too, but that's a good one. So it's youtube.com/Southern Savers. There are a lot of videos there, but that one's right on the homepage and says kind of couponing 101. It's a good place to get started. I've also done a lot of hangouts and Q&As just like this, Tammy. So we've done getting started ones in the past, and they're also all on the YouTube page, so you could watch some of those as well. You can also email me. I'm completely cool with that. Jenny@southernsavers.com, and I'll gladly answer them, or send me a Facebook message. I'm not always super fast, but I try to get back to you as quickly as I can. We had the dreaded stomach bug in our house this past week, so I'm still kind of digging out from that, but I'm catching up. So if I didn't respond to somebody, I apologize, but it wasn't pretty. And we're all still alive, and that's really all that matters on weeks like that. Okay, I think that we're mostly caught up on questions, so we're gonna end it there. If you have any other questions, again, since I just told you, you can always email me, Jenny@southernsavers.com, or send me a Facebook message. So let's see. Erin says, yes, Erin, I am working on drugstore videos. More. I actually went to CVS last week, and it was one of those like, oh, I need to get this done, and I never made a video. So probably going to pop back in and just make them live because I can get them done faster to be able to share with folks. So yes, that's my plan. There are some very good deals at CVS this week. I'm ready to go, but I don't usually go until Wednesday. So I'll pop in and share with you, I promise, once I go on Wednesday. Okay. Oh, and Debbie, where you can enter the RP 1030, that is the coupon database on Southern Savers. So whether you're on mobile or you're on the desktop, go to southernsavers.com. The very top of the site is a button that says coupon database. Or if you're on mobile, it's the dead center button on mobile. And then just type into the search bar there, RP 1030. And I'll tell you right now, RP 1030 has 10 coupons in it, and every single one of them expires tonight or tomorrow. So that answers that question for you. You either need to use them or throw them away or send them to the troops, but they're all bad after today. So I think we're good. We're all caught up on everybody's questions. You guys have a great night, and I will chat with you next week. Oh, and a lot of folks already asked, so I'm going to tell you now whether you're in baby mode or not. But next week is finding deals on baby items. If you're not in baby mode, I still encourage you to watch or just share with friends because you could help out a lot of folks that are in baby mode, knowing how to get some of the really great deals like 50-cent diapers that we grabbed a couple weeks ago. So that's what we're going to talk about next week. And again, any questions, you can always bring them, even if it is complete. We can go boost and insure if you want to go the opposite, but that's what we're going to talk on. So I will see you all next week. Y'all have a good week.